Well, I suppose you're wondering how a genius like me ended up in charge of a U-boat. My name is Otto the Shark Kruger. And let me tell you, it's quite the story how I got here. You see, it all started with a little misunderstanding in the officers' mess. One thing led to another. A few forged signatures here, a misplaced requisition form there, and boom, I'm the proud commander of a U-boat. It's a beautiful machine, really. Of course, I didn't plan on taking command of a submarine, but when duty calls, a man of my caliber simply must answer. Now, between you and me, I'm not exactly a, how do they say, a by-the-book kind of officer. I've never really been one for regulations or, formal training. But the higher-ups clearly saw something special in me. Probably my natural leadership skills. I may not know the difference between port and starboard, but I've got something better. Gut instinct. And as long as you have that, the rest is just details. So here we are, ready to take on the Atlantic and sink some enemy ships. Should be a walk in the park. After all, it's not like navigating a metal tube underwater while trying to avoid depth charges is that difficult, right? Anyway, let's see what this baby can do. Full speed ahead, men. Time to make history. Hey guys, still here, and welcome to U-Boat. I wanted to try something new. I have not really played a whole lot of U-boat simulators or U-boat games other than Cold Waters and Subcommand way back in the day, so U-Boat strikes me as interesting. I have done the tutorials. Beyond that I haven't done a whole lot, but then again my character here is largely inexperienced. He's not supposed to be in command of a sub, and neither am I. Now, we have patrol orders. We're going to head over to the Atlantic. The North Sea. We're going to patrol this area just here off the eastern part of Scotland. And we're going to sink anything that happens to get in our way. So long as it's hostile, of course. Now, there is the Kiel Canal, but as I was doing the tutorials, I actually got stuck a couple of times. The boat just ran ashore. And I think the auto navigation on this game is... It's interesting, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to head past Denmark and then over into open waters of the North Sea. Let's see what we can hunt. As we're underway, I did get a very important notification. Hostile actions on the part of the Polish allies, which are England and France, are not to be expected. Hostile actions against them are prohibited until further notice. So let's not shoot up the British or the French just yet. A few minutes later, to all submarines, English ships are to be considered hostile with immediate effect. At present, all first wave submarines are instructed to attack freighters in accordance with the terms of the prize rules. As long as the prize rules are enforced, cargo ships flying the English flag may be attacked without warning. Very good, we have our targets. After a bit of patrolling, we get an update on our orders. We need an update on air defenses in the port of Liverpool. Arrive undetected at the location and identify the port guns by periscope. It's a priority matter and it overrides your current assignment that we now consider as finished. Very good. I can send my report, but there's not much to report because I haven't found a single target. Anyway, let's head to the port of Liverpool. We should have plenty of fuel to get there. We could still do 17,600 kilometers on current usage. Now, this is going to take us directly through the English Channel, or I can go around Scotland. The second option might be slightly safer, and hopefully the traffic here isn't going to be that serious. But again, the traffic here could be interesting. Nevertheless, I do want to approach undetected, so we're going to go with that indeed. Albefat, ahead full, and, ahead half, and let's make ahead to Liverpool. Part of U-Boat is handling your crew. Another crewman informs you that he overheard Stefan Keller expressing doubts about the overall war's justification. Apparently, he starts to talk about it more and more openly. How will you handle this? I think this is going to be a court-martial. He's going to be brought before a court-martial. The crew experience will increase by 300, or I can tell him to shut up, essentially. Keep it private. I understand that there will be people who are not interested in the war, but I think I need to set an example for the crew. And of course my excellent leadership capabilities are going to have to get demonstrated here. Definitely making our way nicely around the English Isles without any kind of issue. Alright, this is where it's going to get interesting. We need to get into the port of Liverpool and inspect those guns. We're not that far out anymore. And we are arriving at, well, pretty much midday. I would not want to arrive at midday if I'm supposed to do an inspection. I think that's not necessarily the most stealthy approach. Anyway, we also have a contact bearing 317. So that should be around there, I think. Yep. Hold. What are we looking at here? I'm not sure. Let's dive just to be sure. I'd rather be on the safe side here because I'm not really supposed to be here. And I'm supposed to be on a stealth mission. Of course, then sinking a hostile ship is not necessarily going to be maintaining stealth. So ideally, I want to just let this guy go without him detecting me. He's just about there. Not the mission. Not the mission. We don't even know what it is. For all I know, it's a neutral ship. Range 16 clicks. Let's see what this thing can do. Approaching the port now. And I have assigned 2 additional sailors to Kruger to make sure that he gets a slightly better chance of detecting stuff. There are 2 AA guns. And we're arriving at pretty much 4:18 p.m. The weather is not exactly spectacular, but that might just help out. Because the more windy and the more wavy it is, ideally the fewer civilian craft are going to be here. So this is definitely something that will help us, rather than hinder us. Periscope time. Let's slowly surveil the surrounding area and see if we can find those anti-air guns. After some time peering through the periscope, I believe I have found one of the anti-air guns. Stationed just at the coast. So now we need to find another one. Is the lighthouse blocking line of sight to the AA gun? Perhaps. There. That's it, right there. There it is. Okay, mission completed. Gather intel on the port defenses. So now it's time to turn around. We got plenty of battery left. I can stay underwater for another 11 hours if I really wanted to. But I don't really want to, I just want to get the hell out. Oh great, aircraft spotted. And where exactly did you detect that? It's flying overhead. Yeah, let's hope I can kind of get away with that. It seems to be really high up. So hopefully it'll not detect me. I am submerged, after all, so they'd have to be looking really, really carefully in order to detect me. 4 days later, we return to Port of Kiel. Well, well, well. I have gained my first few points. Well, singularly important against the decoration. Very nice. Alright, your first patrol has been completed during a pivotal time in history. Germany is now at war with Western European powers. And the success of our war effort relies on the brave actions of U-boat captains like yourself. Make a difference in this crucial time, Skipper. Yes, sir. Okay, I have done exactly nothing. I have sunk no units, but I did get at least some intelligence, and I patrolled an area. Alas, finding nothing. As you do missions in this game, you get rewarded, also in the form of having additional budget available. So now I'm going to be able to get at least a little bit more fuel, and seeing as I've burned quite a lot, I'm probably going to need to buy a bunch. Thankfully, not terribly expensive. Didn't use any torpedoes. I do want to have more food. Because at the moment, yeah, food is definitely going to be something that I want to bring. Let's not bring all of it. Let's just bring 30 or so. Sausages, you cannot go without that on a German submarine. And as for additional... yeah, maybe bring some additional cheese as well. Here we go. Alright, that's going to be brought aboard. In the meanwhile, let's have a look and see if there are any additional orders. What do they want me to do next? It's going to be the tonnage war. The Battle of the Atlantic has begun and our U-boats have a crucial role to play. Our submarines operate close to the British Isles, planting mines on the shores and patrolling shipping routes. I'm going to starve the Brits. Our mission is clear: to win the tonnage war by blocking the British. The British Empire is powerful, but their power heavily depends on naval trade. The British claim they have a new wonder weapon that makes our submarines obsolete, the ASDIC. Early submarine detection equipment. Early submarine detection equipment. Our U-boats will attack from the surface at night and use Wolfpack tactics. We hope to keep France out of the conflict, so French ships are only to be sunk in self-defense. Main targets, it's the British. This will not be an easy battle, but we will not falter. We will win the battle of the Atlantic. Very good. So I can go on mine laying, or I can go for the tonnage war by the looks of it. What do I want to do? Let's go for the tonnage war. I need to sink 25,000 GRT, which I think is gross tonnage. The British Empire's largest weakness is its interconnectivity and dependence on a naval trade. Our U-boat forces are especially capable of striking at this weak spot by blocking major trade routes. So we have to sink a bunch of these ships. It's going to grant me quite a nice amount of reputation bonus as well as a lot of cash. We're to transit to AN1 on the North Sea and travel 2,500 kilometers inside this search grid in order to hunt things down. Anticipated ships in the area is small. Okay, that's fine. Sinking an enemy trade ship with a total gross gross register tonnage, that is GRT, 10,000 tons is going to get you another 8k. And war correspondent Werner Engler will join you on board to write an article about your U-boat. Make a good impression and ensure his safety. Oh, lovely. We're already getting we're already getting some people aboard. Yeah, we're definitely going to go for this one. All right, we have our fuel. I do believe we have our food. I can spend reputation points, but I'm not so sure if there is anything that I really want to get. The reputation, whoops. Yeah, this. I believe I did select this. Thank you. Mission, what? Mission failed? There. Okay. Ask a few favors. Here. I can increase the officers limit aboard to 6. I would be able to do free roaming for another point without any assignment or running 2 missions at HQ. Yes, I do need to assign people to HQ to get some research done, because that will allow me to get better tech, or at least speed up the progression of technology. Update on our current mission. We're patrolling off the west coast of Scotland because I misclicked and I guess I cancelled my orders. So I was able to get another order and we're now patrolling this area. We're to patrol 2,500 kilometers inside the marked area and we've already done a bit of that. And now with the hydrophones I'm detecting, well, many things. There are some ships pushing this way. Unknown type. But they are seen to be getting closer quite quickly. So I'm going to be more or less where they're going to be. There's also ships moving away. There's ships closing in. Not a terribly big fan of that. So I'm hoping that I can not have a run-in with some escorts. I just want to see what this is. Let's man the periscope with a few additional sailors. And maybe we can just about spot it. Unknown warship. Fuck. That's not what I wanted to engage for the first engagement. Not at all. Whatever this is a sizable formation. I'm not terribly excited about encountering a larger formation, but there is a benefit. If you send out a wide spread, there's a better chance that you hit something. These are, of course, largely unguided torpedoes, and as such, we're going to have to just hope that they actually hit something. It does look like we're encountering some sizable ships at that as well. Where are they? This is relative to the boat's direction, if I'm not mistaken, so they should be right about there. But they're not. Okay, I have no idea where those ships are. Supposedly I'm able to see them, but I am very much unable to see them. Anyway, we're just gonna target this one. We're 4 kilometers out. I need to be right about there. I can't exactly keep up with them. It's not very likely. Detected by hydrophone. Really? We have a visual bearing on the guy? Looks like we found one of our targets, or at least wannabe targets. There's 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. I'm not too sure exactly what type of ships these are. I can go through the manual. We're definitely not looking at freighters. It could be like a destroyer. The problem is there's several different masts all happening at the same time. These might be the same class. In subcommand you could just turn these things around. I'm not sure if you can do that now. I'm just going to let the AI target these. Geez, there's more? There's 6? 7? Okay. Lovely. Yeah, we're going to target the guy in the middle. I'm just going to let the AI do that. I am not that skilled in this game yet that I can do that myself. So I'm not even going to try and bother with that. So we'll let the AI handle that and immediately start preparing the torpedo launchers. That's a flower class something. And what is the rest? Can we run a target identification on this? Come on. Can I just cancel the target solution? Yes. What are you? Precisely. I feel like I'm playing a fairly dangerous game here, because this is probably just going to run right over me, send all sorts of depth charges my way, and eliminate me. But that's the chance I'll have to take. I can just see these 3, 4. The other one's right behind it, 5. Okay. Unknown warship. Let the AI work it for a second. Black Swan class. So it is indeed a destroyer. Okay. Considering my position, if I launch against this Bellwort, a flower frigate, or what is that? A corvette. Maybe I can hit it. But I want to... If I can target a destroyer, I'll definitely target a destroyer. Okay. This is where I get into an area where I'm not exactly confident. I don't know how well to target these torpedoes. So that's going to be interesting. I can set these on an angle that should be decent. The problem is, if they're too vertical, they might not go off. And the contact detonator might not actually explode the torpedo. So it'll just bounce off the hull. If I put it too shallow, they should be able to easily see it. So that too is not an exact great situation. Oh, great. It may be too difficult to score a hit at such a distance. We're too far away. But I don't want to get closer. Seeing as we're hunting wabbits. Wabbits with ASDIC and depth charges. This is a very dangerous encounter for me. Our solution's 93%. I could send a wider spread. And potentially not hit this guy, but the other one as well. Range should be okay at 2 kilometers and a bit. Angle is not spectacular, but might work. Lower the dispersion a bit. And then the speed. I'm not sure how well this is going to go. A faster torp might attract more attention. Whatever. Let's go. Let's give these guys the good news. Here we are. Torp's out. Okay, at this point, I really do not want to stay where I am anymore, because they're definitely going to figure out that something is a miss. So we're gonna go and get the hell away. Because this guy is very much aware that something is horribly wrong. I'll probably lose detection on these contacts, but that's fine. Let's go to 70 meters. Yeah, I lost detection of him. Okay. Run! Come on, torps. Miss, 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 miss. Did we hit one? One of the torps disappeared. So I guess we might have hit one. Okay. How are we doing for compressed air? It's fine. What do you mean they're low? They're not that low. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it. We were pinged by Asdick. Oh, this is where it gets fun. We're gonna run for silent running. And we're going to turn due south. Let's turn the tables on these hunters. Yeah, the problem is that we definitely feel like the hunted here. Yeah, he's going for it again. Oh boy. I think we might just die here. Come on. Keep it going. All these things definitely appear to be trailing me. Let's just go very, very slowly. Turn the other way. Oh boy, I don't like this at all. That sounds an awful lot like depth charges. Yep. Definitely depth charges. Scary. There could be one coming down right on top of us. Yeah, they definitely know where we are. Stern torpedo tube's damaged. I think that's not our only concern. Hatches are secure. Or they rather should be. Close all the bulkheads. Ow. We're not flooding yet, by the looks of it. But it's not looking terribly good. Your crew is strained and stressed, yes. These guys probably have depth charges for days, so it's not like they'll run out of ammo anytime soon. Okay. Looks like he's about to fix up the engine again. Torp tubes repaired. They're bombing the shit out of the area here. After running quiet for a little bit of time, it seems like they've completely lost us. Yes, there are still many, many, many contacts all around. Some of which are even stationary. But, well, the worst seems to be over. And while morale is kind of concerned, we are not doing that bad. Oh, what? Unknown warship behind me. Okay. It's not over yet. Maybe we can still make something happen here. But I'll have to go to periscope depth, which is fairly dangerous. Then again, if I'm able to launch a torpedo at them at this range, if I have the torpedoes loaded, that is, they'll have almost no chance to be able to dodge. Now, I think it'd be much safer to just beat a retreat and wait for some other opportunity to hunt some stuff. So, definitely for an interesting first episode. I have many things to learn. I have many things to still torpedo, and I'll probably need some additional supplies. Air, fuel, the batteries are going to have to get recharged. And of course, we're going to have to shake off, oh, I don't know, half the British Navy. So join me at some future date for episode 2. Hope you will enjoy the episode so far. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. And I'll see you soon for more.